Hello.
Hey.
Hi. Um, so before we get into sex
Mhm.
specifically, um, I want to talk about how our how this is going to work for us. And I have well, I love checklists. We've been talking for a while. I really like checklists, and I have a checklist. I want to go through it, and I want to talk about these things. Um, and so are you down to have a conversation like that with me?
It sounds a little formal, but I guess so.
It doesn't have to be. It could be more informal, but I want to make sure I don't leave anything out. I just want to
Okay.
set us up for success the best I can.
Okay, sure.
So, um, so the first piece is about our sexual health.
Okay.
What what our sexual let's I would like to share our sexual health histories. If we're going to have sex, I want us to understand what we're walking into.
Well, mine's easiest to show if I just show you. I actually have test results,
Oh, perfect.
so I can
Yep.
show I'm happy to show you them on my phone. I just took screenshots,
Yep.
so, um, I'm
And
happy to show them. I do have, I have been exposed to, HSV, but I don't have any
okay.
test results that show it as positive,
Right.
and,
Okay.
I don't know that I have anything else, but I do have 2 other partners.
Okay. So how old are
They're
your
only 3
test
weeks old. The
results?
test
Oh,
results are
that's
only 3 weeks
okay.
old,
Right.
but I do have other partners, and we actively have, unprotected, penetrative sex.
Okay. And so and what's their like
One of them only is partnered with me,
okay.
and the other one is pretty active,
All right.
in the kink scene, not super active with any other partners,
Okay.
but being active in the kink scene does mean that they're exposed to some, opportunities.
Okay.
So I can't offer I couldn't say that I don't have any exposure to
Okay.
anything.
Well, yeah. All right. Great. Um I have my results, which are a little older than that.
Do you mind if I see them? Will you actually
Oh,
show them
yes.
to
My
me?
apologies. Yeah,
Okay.
I have the same thing. I have my results
Okay.
available on my phone. Yeah, I'm just going to tell you what they are. No, here they are. Here's the screenshot, and they are 3 months older than yours, and
3 months isn't too bad,
and
depending on how many partners you have now.
I have only one partner, and they have only me right now.
Okay.
So in those 3 months, it's just been the two of us, and that's where I'm coming in at this. And I have no um,
And do you currently practice any safer sex with that partner or
um, we have unprotected penetrative sex,
okay.
and
Do you take PrEP or anything?
I am not currently. I haven't taken prep.
Okay.
Nope.
And have you been exposed to anything that you know of?
No. And
Okay.
my exposure has been limited.
Okay.
You know, and very just really to my partner and my partner to
Okay.
me in that time.
So I'm a person who can get pregnant.
Yes, you are.
I have a
Yep.
uterus. I have working ovaries. I currently have an IUD that I trust.
Okay.
But I don't like to trust just one form of birth control with new partners. That doesn't feel
That
comfortable for me.
makes perfect sense to me. I have fully functioning reproductive parts myself. I know that some people have vasectomies. I don't. So yeah, I would want to use condoms
Sure.
in
Okay.
in addition to
That
whatever
would
you
just be
have.
simplest. That would make me
I
happy.
think that would.
Okay. Cool. Um, I don't think is there anything else that we need to
In
talk about early on?
um,
Anything on your checklist?
is there any like okay, so we've talked about sort of the baseline. Is there anything that you prefer in this realm? So you mentioned
Oh,
that you would rather use condoms in addition. What else?
well, I don't I have some personal fears around like rushing into sex itself. So, I mean,
Okay.
I know we talked about engaging tonight, but I'm not sure I'm gonna want penetrative sex right away.
Okay.
So I'm not sure you're gonna need those condoms.
Well, they're there if
Okay.
it comes up, but if not,
Was that a dad joke? Did you just dad joke?
no, did you just dad joke me?
Okay, no, it's
Yes,
still okay, as long as you understand that, like,
I
just because we're
understand
talking
that
about
just
this,
because, oh, that
I'm
is
not,
very
like,
important. No, this is a
offering.
conversation just in case.
Okay,
This is not where there's no obligation here. This is just getting on the same page if things get there.
okay, cool.
And this, okay, so
So that's the first thing on your checklist?
that is the first check mark. And from there, so what are your preferences in the realm of orientation and expression? Like if I
Oh,
have been perceiving you as a woman, but I don't
well,
know what your
we briefly talked about pronouns because you told me yours.
right.
I cis woman, I'm perfectly happy with describing myself as like pansexual or bisexual or
Mhm.
whatever. I don't really care. Um, and I'm kind of just interested in people
Okay.
in general and
Yep.
sex in general. Um, but yeah, and I like the label I most identify with is slut,
All right. It's that
but that doesn't mean I'm gonna have sex with you.
certainly gotcha. Understood. Um, okay,
What
and
about you? You
it's
told me your pronouns
similar
are
for
he,
me.
they.
It's in that, yeah, I am a cisgendered man, physically and gender expression, and particularly when getting into sex, gender roles, I like to just whatever's working for us doesn't I don't like to be pigeonholed, I guess is it.
Okay.
So
So would you say like a little bit more gender fluid in
yeah,
sex? Okay,
yes.
cool.
Thank you. That's
Can
a
roll with
good
that.
phrase for that. Okay, so that's where I'm coming from. Mhm. Okay, now we might and we might not engage sexually, but if we did, uh, what sort of emotional impact is that likely to have on you? Would you have emotional needs?
Oh yeah.
Either during or
Yes.
post or
Yes, I
okay,
will.
great. Yeah. Oh, that's excellent.
I will. So I I like pre-care and aftercare.
Okay.
So I would like to know that you're yeah, it matters to me. Like if I engage with you, it matters. Like that doesn't mean we have a relationship. I mean, I already have a partner. We've already discussed that. Like I'm poly and I I'm partnered and I'm not worried about whether you're committing anything to me, but I am going to have an emotional experience and I want to know uh that you can handle me
Okay.
being an emotional person.
Great. All right.
So maybe we could negotiate more specifically for like some pre-care and aftercare
I think, yeah, I heard you
as
say
that.
pre-care and aftercare, and I think we should talk about that and
Okay.
discover. So I want to understand what that means to you, because that could mean lots of different things, but
Yeah.
you're you. And are there things in your history that mean that there are things we should stay away from and just not
Yeah.
engage in, or ways that I should not approach you?
Yeah. There are a few things. Um, I don't I don't do power dynamics unless I already know someone well. So that includes like I'm not interested in age play or
Mhm.
like using the term daddy unless like we have to like be in an engaged
Okay.
relationship. And I don't want you to a lot of people these days are really into choking all of a sudden. But that feels very much like a power play to me.
Okay.
So I don't want hands near my neck,
Okay.
because it's a little triggery to me.
Um, so I hear what I hear that as is that you, and I could be wrong about this, but this is what I'm hearing is that you would like to approach each other as peers
Yes,
with respect and
and not
with,
like
yeah, okay,
I not like a predetermined. I know that like power enters into the exchange, but no, I'm not like we'd have to negotiate for that separately,
okay,
and that would be not in a first exchange.
all right. Anything else?
Mm, I definitely like, I know I mentioned aftercare, and I
Yeah.
would like to know that you'll just like, could you give me a call tomorrow if we do
Oh,
engage?
yeah, I
Actually,
see.
honestly, even just this level of engagement, just talking this vulnerably, would you mind just like, I don't know, calling or even text tomorrow, just so that we could check in?
I'd be happy to communicate like that. Yeah.
Okay. I'd just like to feel like not like a not like a blip on in your
Oh, okay,
month.
sure. That works great for me. I don't really want to be a blip either.
Cool.
And from my point of view, I want, so in that same sense of what I'm looking for, yeah, I feel the same way about let there be some sort of aftercare, some connection afterwards that shows that this isn't just. This
Yeah.
whole
You know what?
isolated.
You said there's one other thing. It really freaks me out if people like jump up and then just leave right afterward.
Oh,
But
all
I
right.
also don't need you to stay here, and I don't sleep next to people.
Okay.
I don't sleep next to people at all. Like that's not personal. But
So,
so somewhere between, do you ever see the movie When Harry Met Sally, and he's like somewhere between 5 minutes and all night is your
okay.
problem?
All right.
I don't do all night. That
All
doesn't
right.
work for me.
Okay. That's very helpful to know.
So
Okay.
so that's my boundary, but I'd love to like hang out for half an hour or whatever after.
Okay. That sounds to me that's in line with the like this isn't just about the sex act.
Yeah, but also
This
just to like make sure we're both cool and both feel
right.
okay and
Okay.
not feeling, I get kind of woozy if things go well.
All right.
So
And so maybe you need a little
I
support
might need
and
a
share around
time.
that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Um, great. So that works great for me.
So does that cover everything?
So the last thing, and which is actually part of an ongoing conversation, as we've already said, is deciding what we want to do from here. Now, we had this conversation, so we have a picture of what would happen if we did have sex. Um, at some point, we should decide together whether we're going to do that.
Okay, so I have a vote then.
Yes.
Can we not go to dinner first? I hate that. I hate going to dinner and then
You
trying to engage.
you don't want to have like have a nice full meal
I
before.
don't.
Okay.
So, in other words, if you want this to go anywhere, it would work better for me if we went and like just had an appetizer and then like came back here and hung out and just
Okay.
chill.
So is it true then that you haven't heard any deal breakers?
I have not heard any
Okay.
deal breakers.
Neither have I.
No.
And so at this point, I'm not hearing any, which I don't think there could be such a thing as a commitment for future sex, but at least it's not off the table at this point, and we're
Not off the
deciding
table.
to go
No,
forward,
and the
see what
conversation
happens.
actually feels like, no, feels like it. I would even premise it, I guess that, yeah, it probably will.
Nice.
Cool.
Well, I'm in.